Hey everyone, it's Tommy from the Goalie Creates Network, and today we're looking at the CCM Extreme Flex II Pro Set. Now, I know this review has taken a little bit more time than usual. Normally, I'll do a review after 1 to 2 months of use, and this time I waited 3 whole months before I reviewed the CCM set. Now, the reason why is because there's been a lot of concern out there for a number of years about Reebok and CCM moving their production overseas. And will the materials hold up, and will the construction hold up? And fortunately, what I did was I used the pads over 3 months, and I haven't had even one durability concern whatsoever. Not a stitch out of place, not anything falling apart, nothing cracking, nothing whatsoever. So I'll continue to update you guys as I use these pads, but I'm very happy to announce that the durability is absolutely beautiful even though they're made overseas. So let's get started by looking at the pads up close. Now everyone wants to hear about the leg pads, so let's start with those first. So this design is tried and true Lefebvre inspired. So there's nothing really that different than the old CCM set or the new Reebok set, other than the foams that are inside. Now CCM did make a few other changes. For example, they did allow more torsional flex in the boot area. The only thing is, I don't really like torsional flex, so I haven't really taken advantage of that. But it is a possibility for those of you who may play more like Varlamov or Holtby, both of whom use a lot of flex in the boot area, and at the same time they like a little torsional flex. So I tend to sit very high on my skates, and that's how I like it. But if you like torsional flex, these are definitely a good pad for that. Now another change that CCM made is that this knee lock was opened up quite a bit. Now the funny thing is, I take out the knee lock entirely, so I can't really show you that here, unfortunately. You can see it on some retailers' pictures, but this tends to be open quite a bit more. That allows for a much bigger knee guard, and of course with the Coho knee guards and some other knee guards that are out there, you're going to want this big open area, and that's what I really like. This also allows you better rotation, so that's one reason I take it out entirely, but if you like to keep it in, or you like to strap the elastic band all the way across, you can certainly keep it that way, and you'll be just fine. Now going back to the front of the pad, the face here tends to be extremely soft. So if you're one of those goalies who likes your rebounds very close to you, and that way you're able to smother the rebound, this is definitely the pad for you. You can probably even see on the video that my fingers can go in quite a bit. In fact, it probably goes in a good maybe 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. So there's quite a bit of padding in there in order to deaden that rebound. Now, a lot of questions I get are, what do these knee rolls do? And of course, on the modern goalie pad, they're not flexible. However, what they do is they deaden that rebound even more, because obviously if that puck is coming in and it hits your knee, you're not going to want it to go out right in front of you. What you want it to do is deaden right here, and that way you're able to smother that rebound. So these do tend to be even softer than the face of the pad, and that works out really well. Now when it comes to the flexibility of the pad, this right here is a single internal and external break, and that's what I really like. Now what that allows you to do is get a lot of flex in the knee. So you can see here, this portion right here is going to stay absolutely flat because it's a straight break, and when I go down, there's a lot of knee flex, and that's exactly what I like. So if you like to have a lot of that knee flex, and in fact if you like a lot of that boot flex, this is definitely a great pad for you. I just tend to leave this one very stiff, and then this one right here, I make sure that that's nice and flexible in my break-in process. Now one thing I really like about this CCM pad is that this inside gusset right here is extremely hard, and it's very flat. So when you want to slide across the ice, there's nothing here that's going to provide a lot of friction. The front of your pad, extremely soft to deaden those rebounds. This is extremely hard to make sure that there's no friction whatsoever while you're sliding across. That way you're able to make those really cool saves. Now there's another really cool thing that CCM did that unfortunately I did not do on these. And what I really would have liked to have shown you is that you can actually remove the boot strap on the other type of bootstrap. So this one I actually got, it goes through the front of the pad right here, and you can actually get it so that it doesn't run through the front, and instead you can actually take it out. Now I often get asked how I strap my pads, and stock, it comes with a single knee strap up here on the knee, and so I do this one at a 4, I do this one at a 2, and then 3, and then for the boot strap 1. So if you do have the opportunity to try it without the boot strap, or if you want to try the Lundquist setup where it goes behind your skate, that'd be pretty cool, and you can certainly do that with the CCM pad. Now when it comes to the glove, the CCM Extreme Flex II Pro glove comes stock with a 75-degree break, and that's the one that Carey Price uses. So this one right here is actually the 590 break, which is the 60-degree break, which is the one that I usually prefer. And really, either way, you're good to go. There's some benefits to each of them, and I go through that through a glove comparison video, and I'll link that below. Now when it comes to the CCM Extreme Flex II Pro glove, it's absolutely awesome. And the reason I say that is because it takes everything that you're used to for a CCM or a Reebok glove, that comfy feel. It is extremely tight in there if that's the way you want it. I like mine extremely tight. It is just the most comfortable glove I have ever worn. Now what they've also done is add D3O foam in the palm area. And what that allows you to do is get a pro protection glove, and it comes as game ready. So extremely easily able to close the glove. I have had zero problems whatsoever. In fact, a lot of questions that I get are, how do you break in a glove? And really, with this glove, you don't have to. And that's pretty awesome, because this is the most difficult thing, maybe outside of a chest protector, to break in. So the fact that this actually comes game ready is pretty cool. And at the same time, I tend to be a very blocking style goalie, and so you tend to see a lot of pucks hit me in the palm area, and I haven't had even one stinger whatsoever in this glove. Now, there's also another thing, and I probably can't really show you it very well, but I'm going to open up the glove here, and on the inside, there's still the sure grip material, but it actually doesn't allow you to get a lot of sweat in there. And so my hands do tend to get a little sweaty in there, and you can see here, there's the sure grip material, and this is a great tournament glove because your glove will never be wet all the time, or if it does end up getting a little bit wet, it's very easy to be able to dry it out. So that's pretty cool too. Now the other thing they've done with this glove is they've really bulked up the one-piece construction in the cuff. And so you may have seen some pictures, usually 3 to 5 years, some of the plastics in here may end up cracking. And what they've done is bulked up this area so that it won't crack anymore. So that's pretty cool too. Now when it comes to the blocker, you all know the test that I like to do. And is it very balanced? And when I hold it out, it's absolutely perfectly balanced. So you see it doesn't go to the inside, it doesn't go to the outside, it's just extremely well balanced. Now, they haven't really made a lot of changes with the blocker too, and I'm perfectly happy with that because this is an absolutely perfect blocker. And I've always liked the Reebok and the CCM construction, so I'm not upset by that at all. Now what they have done is added D3O foam here too. Now, here in the palm, you can actually get your palm so that there is D3O foam so that it decreases the vibration, and at the same time there's Ultimate Dry material, and what that's able to do is over the course of a game, of course you're going to be sweating, there's ice, there's water, it's going to be slippery, except that this palm does not get slippery. And I've actually noticed that in my games as well, that I'm able to grip my stick, and I don't use any tape in the grip portion, and I'm still able to grip my stick absolutely perfectly. Now, the other thing I always like to point out about CCM and Reebok blockers is this finger protection, and there's actually HD foam in here, and so you can take a full-on slapper right here and it will not hurt whatsoever, and that's absolutely awesome. Now, a couple other things I really like about this blocker is that you're actually able to move this finger protection up and out of the way, and that way you're still able to get a lot of protection, and when that puck rides up, it's not going to hurt, but it's also not going to get in the way of your stick either. Now, of course, I like a very open cuff, and what they've done here is actually open up the cuff a little bit, and then I like to take that string out and open it up a little bit more, and that way you don't get any hindrance whatsoever from your chest protector going slightly inside your blocker and making sure that you have protection all throughout the arm. So I really love this blocker. It is absolutely perfect the way it is, and especially with the addition of the D3O foam and the Ultimate Dry, it's absolutely beautiful. So I hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions whatsoever, by all means, send them in, and you're more than welcome to email me, go on our forums at goaliecrease.net, or just put a comment below. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you out on the ice. Good luck.